Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here with Lee Griffin from EditShare. Thank you for joining us today, Lee.
Hi, Randy. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Thanks for Zooming and sharing your news, which would have been at NAB. So let's dig right in. You guys play in a couple of different parts of the industry, storage being one, media asset management, and you're also getting into cloud workflows, which you've been dabbling. But let's start with storage. So you guys, why don't you just jump on in?
Yeah, I guess storage is obviously a big part of our solutions, and collaboration is key. And one of the main things that we've announced and we're shipping is our EFS 2020 file system. It's basically an upgrade to our entire file system. And the file system there's a lot of technology in there. It's native drivers for workstations. It's the management console. It's the project permissions and users. It's the real-time auditing that meets TPN guidelines. And that's shipping, to most of our clients. And that was going to be a big, obviously, announcement at NAB and a big showcase. But I guess people can see it in its flesh and try it out now.
You have Flow 2020, correct? So what's new from the last iteration?
I guess we've done a lot of work underneath the hood, and we're doing much more closer integration with leading creative applications. So you'll see almost tighter integration with nonlinear editing tools. We've also done a lot of work in terms of our API development within Flow, so leaning into different markets like sports as well, sports, corporations, and basically tailoring it for different vertical market segments. I guess Flow's been quite, a really hot product at the moment for us, really because of the remote production workflow that's built into Flow. And obviously, as businesses pivot almost 180 degrees by not having to go to the facility, Flow has enabled workers to work remotely from home, either turning their storage on-premise into a private cloud, or working in a cloud environment such as Amazon's EC2, or even all the way to China's Tencent cloud environment. So we've seen a lot of people deploy it. We actually made it available free for everybody up until July. So facilities that are struggling with remote productions, they can use the tools free of charge.
So speaking of remote workflows and people relying on the cloud more and more, you guys have a new solution as well. It is the EFSV.
Yeah, EFSV, the EditShare file system, which is the EFS, and V is obviously for virtualized. We've been so strong in cloud production with Flow, and Flow's been completely agnostic in the cloud environment for a number of years. And we've actually migrated our file system and management console to the cloud, and basically enabling people to spin up an entire production facility in the cloud. And it's almost bring your own creative tool set with you. You choose the tools that you want to use. We will provide the speed, the bandwidth, the workstations, the project management, the auditing capabilities, all in the virtualized environment. And that was brand new to be released at NAB, and we released it this week. So that's available for people to try out, to use, or deploy. And we're actually seeing a lot of clients globally now almost pivoting to this cloud environment really quickly. Whereas in certain instances, it takes time for things to grab a hold. Almost people are jumping in with 2 feet here by the ability to spin up an entire facility, an entire production environment in the cloud.
It seems like it would be a little complicated in terms of getting it all set up, and especially they can use whatever tools that they want to use. So what do you provide them with in order to make it a seamless transition?
Yeah, so our customer success team will completely onboard clients, because we understand this is a completely new venture for clients. They're not familiar with the cloud. They don't know about bandwidth, data rates, ingress, egress fees, how to set all that up. And the EditShare customer success team will completely onboard clients. So they'll basically handhold them through the entire exercise of basically spinning up the facility. And what's great about the cloud and the production is it can spin up, scale up, and spin down and scale down when they need. So if they need more storage and more clients and more workstations, they can do that. And if the production has come to a halt and they're waiting for a month or so to the next production, we enable them to do that. So we're completely flexible in that sense that people can choose how big and how broad they want to get.
Fantastic. Before I let you go, is there anything that we haven't touched on? Because we did touch on trends and how things are going remote. Anything else before I leave?
I guess, you know, remote production is been really the key one for us, with the ability for Flow to work with proxy files with Flow Story, the ability with Airflow for review and approvals remotely has been really successful. We've seen so many people, you know, deploy these tools globally during the current crisis. You know, we're having hundreds of new clients join the Flow ecosystem because we've made it available. So I guess that's been a really, really hot trend for us. We've been, I guess, banging the drum about remote productions for a long time. In actual fact, in 2015, we won the IBC Innovation Award in remote productions. And I guess those tools are being brought to every facility now.
Yeah, a lot of people prepared early, and from what I've been hearing, you know, people are continuing to work and to deliver shows and commercials. So hopefully things will just keep moving along. Lee, thank you so much for joining, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon.